Back to the Kerbal Pole Expedition 3. I was a bit late. Hello, say hello to Goldfish as well.
Hello, Harv, now that you're here, we should talk about the fact if I'm allowed on or not, because my microphone quality is shit. I'm on a MacBook, and I brought a second person.
It's not too bad. Above from the
Okay.
echo, that's bad. The echo's bad.
And what about the second person? Is that bad?
No, second person is fine. Hello, second person, how are you? How are you doing?
Good.
Hi, how's it going?
You know, I would have discussed these things with you in the break, but you weren't around.
I was having difficulties, okay? It's not my
Okay, it's
fault.
fine. Okay.
He was wrestling with his sexuality. Like that person in the chat.
Is Danny back from his 20-minute nap?
Oh, you missed something.
No, Danny does not
You
nap,
missed a
Danny
golden
just
moment.
recharges.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
You missed
And he
an
retreats
absolutely
back into the
golden moment.
ethereal realm.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I saw we had some discussions that I couldn't quite follow because I was having said difficulties. Are you sorting something with Danny right now, by any chance?
We're still sorting things.
You're still sorting things? Okay.
Yes, we're not. There are things that are being sorted. That is all I will say.
Okay, good. We have things being sorted, ladies and gentlemen. Officially confirmed. I'm putting on a suit. That was another thing.
I put on
And,
my suit, but I'm not at home. But what's the deal with the whole thing on the stream with the Skype? Are they seeing us, or are we hidden behind donations?
I
We're
think
kind
we're
of hidden
hidden.
behind donations at the time. Looks like.
The webcam, no one had a webcam on until you come along. If you want to have your webcam on, then have your webcam on. I will
Yeah.
move the donation thing.
Nice.
Come along. There we go. Getting crazy now. There's his face. Goldfish is joining us on the stream. Look
Why,
at that
hello
beautiful
there.
face.
I'm sorry. The way the camera is positioned in the shirt, it kind of makes you seem like you're in a hospital room.
I did think that. It's like a white
Yeah, I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Guys, maybe it's time to tell you I've had my leg amputated.
Oh, well,
You want to hear a funny story?
No. I mean, yes.
not if it's related
Well, I
to
guess
that.
it gives you a leg up on your competition.
It actually,
Oh.
I mean, it's completely off topic. Has nothing to do with KSP or whatever. But you want to hear it?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Sure.
So I work in a clothing web shop, right? So people order online, we send the clothing to them. A colleague of mine had a client call them. She's on customer service, you know. And the guy was like, I ordered some clothing more than a month ago. He says, but I haven't had the chance to actually try them on. Do you mind if I still send them back? Usually we have send it back within 2 weeks and you get your money back. And so my colleague was like, well, what do you mean you haven't had a chance to try them on? Haven't you? Did you go on holiday or something? And he says, well, no, actually, a guy crashed into me on the highway and I woke up and now I'm missing a leg. He says, so I kind of don't need the clothes anymore.
Assuming it was
Oh,
like
my.
trousers then and not a shirt. It's like, I've lost a leg, but my arms are fine, my torso's fine.
Yeah.
Danny,
And then I asked-
what have you done? You've changed someone's life, but not for the better this time.
And then he asked if we sold pants with only one leg.
Sorry.
I actually see the person who was in the accident seems to have a interesting outlook on the whole situation. Like, I just was through a traumatizing event that's changed my life forever.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, do you sell pants with one leg?
Completely unrelated.
So mad respect to that guy, because person's probably going through rather a lot of changes.
Yeah.
And not very
Having a
great.
positive
So,
outlook on life, that
shout
sounds
out.
like. Yeah, shout out to
He
him.
has to have his whole house like rebuilt now because it has to be accommodated so that he can get up the stairs and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty serious, but he's joking about it. So
Well, yeah, it's
I
a
don't know.
positive outlook, these guys. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Feel that?
Yeah, I went through the same thing. My grandfather actually got his leg amputated, so we had to do all that stuff. But yeah, he makes jokes about it all the time, saying he wrestled crocodiles and sharks and stuff to random waitresses and doctors. And yeah, he has a good time.
Wait, he wrestled
Excuse me, sir. What happened to your leg? Well, kids, you ever see that movie Jaws?
I was the double.
Yeah.
That was the
I mean,
stunt double.
technically, a while back, it was all in the news, but some Australian surfer was attacked by a shark, right?
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's getting so mad, like, sharks are infesting our water. Dude, you're
It's
infesting
there
their
beforehand.
You're enforcing their
That's
water.
what sharks do. However, the whole idea of sharks being vicious attack creatures is completely
Well, yeah,
Hollywood-based.
I saw there was something on Nimga, a woman like dancing, just
You get killed.
surrounded by sharks. It was amazing.
I mean,
I just
the whole-
got back, and I walk into a conversation about shark. Of course, KPE3.
Oh,
And your webcam was
Ronan.
frozen.
yeah.
And-
Hi there.
Ronan, did you do something with your hair?
No, just same thing. I just rolled out of
Ronan
bed.
made it
Just rolled out of
fabulous.
bed this way.
Ronan
Okay.
just made
Amazing.
it fabulous.
God,
I'm
ladies and
not getting his
gentlemen.
webcam. I feel like I'm missing out.
Oh,
No,
dear.
I'm not getting it either. I haven't seen this fantastic hair he's got.
Oh, really? What happened?
Ladies
I
and
think-
I had
gentlemen.
to
It looks strangely
restart.
like a loading
Everything
screen.
exploded on my computer. The mouse wasn't working. The webcam doesn't work. Skype's everything is falling
Danny,
apart.
it's Danny.
man.
It's all Danny.
I'm noticing everything is completely just falling apart. Are you, is your computer sick?
Illness.
I noticed while I was shutting it down, there's something called screenshot uploader that wouldn't shut down. Is that? Have I got spyware on? Is someone watching me? Danny?
No. Why would I be watching you?
Oh god.
Yeah, we already know that Street Lamp doesn't watch people or anything. He never keeps records of people's faces on his computer. Nothing like
He has
that.
369 pictures.
So I feel like I should interject here and say that Danny's voice should. Oh, your webcam's working, Ronan.
For a minute.
Hey.
For a minute,
Is it
yeah.
Yay.
People want Danny's voice.
You
The
look like
SpongeBob
David
is scaring
Grohl.
me.
You look like Dave Grohl.
Thank you.
Or should not? I should not have said
Is that a
that, should I? 'Cause
No,
now the
Dave
secret's out.
Grohl, you know.
Quaxley.
Yeah, it's
I
my
will back
my
it. I
alter
will
ego,
back
my
it.
other identity. When I'm not doing this, I just boom, David
And
Grohl.
but-
with like all this, like, but you need more facial hair and longer hair.
Oh, I can do that.
It's
Give
your
me 3
secret
days
identity.
without shaving. I'll be fine. Give me 3 days without
that was,
showering. Oh, we're there. KP3.
KB3, ladies and gentlemen, you guys watch Ronan Bourne sniffing his own armpits. Fantastic. Not that you expect him to sniff anyone else's armpits.
Well,
I'm not sure why I made
I
that
missed
distinction.
I missed the shark chat, so I assume I'm just catching up.
Well, you're going to be
You
here
should-
for
you missed
Danny's
the story
voice.
that led up to the shark chat.
Danny
I missed
is
that as
coming
well.
on with his
Yeah,
beautiful
we have
vocal
promised
larynx.
the viewers Danny's voice, and Danny's voice is what they will receive. We make good on our promises here at the KPE3.
May I talk already?
Yes, you may,
Oh.
Danny.
My.
Oh my!
Danny, you're back.
There's a girl.
Should it be Danielle?
It's Danny with
How are you,
an
boys?
I.
Well,
D-A-N-N-I.
Yes, boys, we're doing great now that you're here, love.
Marv, how far are
Do
you?
you
in-
enjoy my voice?
We enjoy your voice. It's just fantastic. Late at night, listening to
Yummy.
Danny's voice.
My new voice?
The
Your
new
new-
voice.
My new.
Did you,
You're going to have to put a period on the end of that.
Did you go get
My
surgery?
new voice.
Danny, did you get surgery?
Maybe.
No,
It's,
baby.
it's Danny's decision, and we should support him.
I do.
Or-
I do support it.
Or her, or
Well,
whatever.
Exactly.
Their decision.
No, or whatever.
His name is Susan, and he wants you to respect his life choices.
And
Uh,
you know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. We support you because you're our friend, and that stuff.
But
So,
if you weren't our
yeah.
friend,
Oh,
we would
you're
just
cute.
disgrace you.
Danny, I would like to thank you personally for releasing the Kraken
No.
from my PC.
No.
No? Okay, well,
He doesn't mess around.
let the webcam keep working, Danny. Let the webcam keep working.
The tee. Oh god. Here you go.
So,
This-
I
Harv.
think you've successfully made a given. Danny, I think you've successfully started more rumors than stopped because now they think that you're Cortana or Siri.
Oh, yeah.
So
Great.
the rumors will continue.
And the rumors will be glorious as well.
That would be
Yes.
a brilliant plan, wouldn't it, for an evil genius who wanted to take over everything? I'm not saying anyone in here, Danny. I'm just saying if you happen to put yourself into an AI and take over everyone's most popular cellular mobile devices, ooh.
Or you could hack
I don't know what
into
a
like
device
certain
is.
charity
Oh,
live
foreshadowing.
streams.
How do you
Foreshadowing.
know I didn't already?
Dun dun dun.
He's in your phones, everyone. Quick, turn off your phones or
Plot
else,
twist.
what is What's the net from the Terminator movies? It's coming online.
Skynet.
Something.
Skynet.
It's coming online. Danny Net.
He just had his name legally changed from GLaDOS, so
I approve.
His mother is Shodan.
Tiki.
Someone in the
I like the
Twitch
tiki.
chat says
I like the tiki.
gladding.
Tiki.
Gladdanny. It's
The
difficult to
the
pronounce,
T
but sure.
the TE part really brings it together. Personally,
It's just that cute little tee. Tee.
well, it's disturbingly cute. It's like
Disturbingly cute.
Tee.
yes.
Just imagine him or her like just sucking the life out of someone. Like as the life drains from their eyes, you just hear a gentle tee.
It's like this
Oh, you
entire
know.
thing
Goes
is one
black.
big cute joke.
I think I had a nightmare like that
Tee
once.
you're dead.
Yeah.
I had a nightmare like that once. I'm
Okay.
not joking, man. You have officially triggered me.
What with Danny sucking the life out of you? What kind of
course,
nightmare
yes.
was this?
Ha ha.
Did you guys read any donations while Danny was
Are
taking
you
my
feeling
Probably should have
impressed?
had donations
How
because
far
you
are we
know,
on reading donations?
yeah, we should read
Oh.
out
We need
donations.
Goldfish is
Had-
now here.
like,
Live streaming
probably
from
had a
his
couple.
hospital.
Pick
So-
up
From
from
my hospital, yeah.
Goldfish if you can. Pick up from Anonymous who donated $10.
That kind of donations
5
happen
donations
so
back.
many times on this stream. That's not a good way of telling him where to go from. The Anonymous who donated $10, and also that other Anonymous which also donated $10.
No,
and
no,
that
no,
one
I
too.
think I found.
Just below Tom Rigby.
Yeah.
Ah.
So then Tom Rigby donated $20, and he says, "Keep up the good work." Well, thanks for your donation, and we will do our best. Fred Kopp donated $15. He says, "Next year you can use the rapier engines to keep yourself level with the rough terrain." That's an interesting concept.
Oh yeah, someone was telling me, oh yeah, like burn fuel and push yourself down into the ground. I think that
Oh.
sounds better than it actually works, to be honest. It's one of
I
those
wonder
things that
how
on
big
paper would be
you
good.
would have to have of like a giant wing on the back with a pushing the nose of the
Like a
buggy
s-
down. I wonder how big it would have to be on the surface of Duna with the low atmosphere.
Probably fairly big. I mean,
That
the
would
parachutes,
be
I have about
hilarious.
like, what, 6 parachutes on top of this, and they don't slow it down at all, really.
See, what I'm picturing is you flying up into the air, turning on the engines, and just slamming into the ground. and
Harvey, put my chat back immediately.
No!
Ooh.
No, Danny.
Wow.
Thanks, love.
Harv, you better do it. You better do it. You better do it, man.
I was thinking, what
No.
if we have Danny read the next donation thing?
Oh,
I think I think it would
Also,
fit.
I'm switching to a more intimidating voice.
Okay, well, perfect.
Oh,
Then
really?
I'm gonna post
Perfect
this
for
here.
reading out donation
Read
comments.
read this out. Hang on.
Okay,
one second.
people,
much
guys,
better.
donate,
Ooh.
and we'll get Danny to read them out. Just gotta start donating.
Okay, well, I think you should read this one because it's
Danny
kind
to
of
read
perfect.
them out.
Also,
Why-
the
who's-
last anonymous donator said thanks for a great PSA. So Danny, you getting some love, love. So thanks, love.
Thanks, love, for love.
Was that like a loveception?
Loving thanks, love.
It was.
That sounded mildly dirty, but okay.
I just did send it. I think.
We don't know what's going on right now, but things are happening, so please donate, and we will try and get Danny to read out your
Look at the screen. Unless it's changed since now, we got a nice round number up there, 15,100. Is that
1,100.
what's showing for you?
That's what's showing
wow.
on my screen.
What a
Oh,
jerk
come
it
on.
would be who donated a single dollar to break
Yeah,
that.
how annoying
Exactly.
would that be?
If you weren't here yesterday, then
You won't get that reference.
yeah. But so do it.
If you donate now, think of how many people you'll be mildly annoying.
Tanuki, you have to talk for
Tanuki,
us to
what are
see you
you?
doing that. Please say something so that the camera takes over. She's not.
is
She
going
won't.
on?
It's just a personal, private show for us in chat here.
Oh, I can't see it.
Well, if you put it like that, it sounds even worse, man.
Private show.
Yeah. Hey, Harv, how many?
All right.
Wording.
Okay, let me explain. One of the things that you remember how I was mentioning things are happening? Well, part of the things are now working. I'm just
Hey.
working on other things as well. So I'm very
Fantastic.
excited.
So
that
now even
part
more
of
things
this-
are happening.
Exactly.
Amazing. God.
Harv, how far are you as far as markers go?
We are in between the 14th and the 15th marker, which is the last one. We are 78.6 kilometers away from the North Pole.
Ooh,
You're
but
kidding.
didn't it take us the entire first half of this to get 80 kilometers?
Maybe.
Or, to be honest,
Something like that.
I
Right.
kind of didn't think you were going to make it.
I know, you were my biggest critic, and you were like, well, you know, the first campaign you didn't get there, so you don't be too hard on yourself. I'm like, no, we will get there, what are you implying?
I was kind of hoping we wouldn't get there because then we know what we're doing for KPE4. Now it's.
But we want to do more
we're
exciting
gonna make
things
it.
for KPE4. We want to be able to move on
Are
to
you
bigger and
kidding
better
me?
things.
This has been incredibly exciting.
I know,
I mean,
so
Duna, the
just think
surface of
how
Duna.
amazing it would be if we could do something more exciting.
So,
Going on.
Like explosions. This is
So-
more exciting.
on what day did you make so much progress that you can now make it to the North Pole in time?
Day 3.
Yeah. I did a load
Really?
on day
Big
3.
flat desert.
I just
Massive
like I
flat
put my
desert.
foot down and I didn't even talk for the entire day. I just played the game and I forced the co-host to do all the talking. That's what happened.
Right.
Okay, well that works. I see on stream you're busy flipping out right now.
Well, I had to do that as an example of what's not happening right now. I had to demonstrate.
Okay.
Also, I can hear
Yeah,
Rick
Some
in the
music
background.
coming
So
through.
Yeah, yeah,
someone
we're
will
just
turn
You
that
know,
off.
just, mute that.
May I read a donation comment?
Yes.
You may read it.
Yes, you may read it now.
Here it goes. Apocalypse 21:6 I am the first and the last, the start and the end. I will freely give of the fountain of the water of life to him who is in need.
That
Right.
was weird.
That sounds
That's kind
ominous.
of out of character.
does sound
Very
ominous.
honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah,
that
that's
sounds
actually
really
kind of
good.
frightening.
Guys,
it, though.
donate more. We need
Yeah.
more of this.
Good, then.
We got donations.
Actually, that was Alexander who donated $30. That said that.
More
So,
donations.
more donations.
Even
to
Danny
it.
is
Come
Do
in.
it now.
Donations.
giving
More
of the fountain of
donations.
water of life today. This is
Yes.
wild. Anyone who hasn't given, Danny of all people is showing you up. He's taking holiday from destroying the universe and giving to charity waters. Get on board the Danny train to hell.
Does anybody else just kind of imagine Danny being like this Zeus, like god figure who casts lightning bolts, and when they hit the ground, they just create just giant 404 craters?
I don't
Yes,
stop imagining
me.
that. I don't stop.
That's just how I see it.
Here's the embodiment of a not a number.
Yeah, an NAN. Yeah.
Chicken Kerman donated $5. Said, "I can see you, Ronan Pawn. Are we gonna hand all these over to Danny? Because I think it's probably a lot of work."
My theory about Danny is not that he is an entity, but that he is the very essence of there being not an entity. Every single place that
Ah.
isn't an individual is Danny.
So he's kind of like the lack of something.
Yeah, he is the lack of reason.
Oh.
He is the
that's actually not
space
bad.
between the void. He is the.
So he is
gap
most
He is
of
not
the
just the
universe.
space between the
He
void.
is one.
He is the space.
He is
Oh,
all.
What are you
the
guys smoking?
Now you're confusing me.
Okay, never mind. It was just a theory. I have another one.
He
of those,
also
but you've
gets
already heard it.
confused. Ah.
He very nearly sounds by that description like the Buddha as well, except a little bit eviler.
I thought it'd be more
Generally
like Shiva.
Shiva.
Was it Shiva?
Yeah, the destroyer, the great destroyer. Mecha Shiva is the best though.
I have
Mecha
become
Shiva,
I like
Mecha
that.
Shiva, Mecha Shiva.
number 24.
You guys, what are you doing?
Oh no, Monarch's gonna be pissed.
Does it incredibly well.
Sorry. I should stop now.
Chicken Kerman donated $5. Says, "Danny, our Lord and Savior, he shall bring rapture to the world. Spare all the donators and destroy all non-donators. All hail the Danny, all hail the Danny, all hail the Danny."
All hail the Danny. All hail the Danny.
Danny.
All hail the Danny.
Also,
Oh,
hail
hail
the
the
Danny.
Oh, the Danny.
Hail the Danny.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to KPE3.
Hail
Hail
Kraken.
Danny the all.
It sounds like the end of Logan's Run.
Hail Kraken.
Whoa! How did we get to 1,171? Somebody donated $50.
15,171.
Yeah, thanks in part to the
Hey.
Abridged Hero, who gave $5. Said, "This is for battling the Pineapple King."
Yes.
I can't get off of that sentence. There's another sentence there. I just
said,
can't. I'm
wait,
trying.
that's
I'm
all-
working on this
you,
one.
You can't.
This is for
you can't
battling
win.
the Pineapple King.
The Pineapple King.
Were you guys talking about pineapple kings and sharks when I wasn't here?
Not
To my
Pineapple
knowledge.
Kings, but we'll. It sounds like something we would have talked about.
Oh, then he says, wait, that's not what this is for. Oh, whatever, keep being good people. And gives us $5. But the fellow who gave us the 50 that pushed us so high is P. Travers. Says, I believe in you, $ name. He puts the variable for name in there. I believe in you, fill in the blank.
Insert name here.
Whenever I see something like that in code, I always pronounce it like Dalla. I believe in you, Dalla name.
Dollar name.
Dolla. Dalla. Like, okay, what's the Dalla origin of the weapon sort of a thing?
Well, Chris knows all about that, dropping his fat rhymes, MC Chris.
Dropping his dank beats.
Anyway, we have another one that Danny needs to read.
All about the dollar.
I have everything for Danny to read.
I don't know. For me, dollar just means annoying.
Oh, that was one of your words? We didn't get to it. Shoot.
Oh dear.
Along with moist and wet.
I'm struggling
Yes.
with the boogie.
Whipped,
Again.
whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
What are we talking about now?
Wherewithal.
We don't
Hey,
know. We do not know.
Pawn. Pawn.
Who?
Pawn.
Yes.
You think you might have forgotten something.
What did I forget? Oh, God, pants.
Photoshop.
Photoshop?
There was
Hang on.
supposed to be a winner for the Photoshop contest, and you were supposed to select a winner.
Oh.
Is that me?
Somebody's saying it is.
Okay. Here's what we need to do then. We need to go through all of the things that have popped up on harvsface dot whatever. Is it
God.
harvsface.com?
I'm not going to tell
Yeah,
you what
.com.
it is.
See what that brings up.
We need to go through it all as a collective group here of all the co-hosts and vote. But I ain't logging everybody's votes, so it's just gonna have to. We're gonna have to agree basically on what's the best harvspace.
I think we know what the best one is. The best one's easily the Bond.
Yeah, I was gonna
We just
say I like
know.
the agent one.
It is actually
I
the-
really
I really liked the one where there's a close-up of a Kerbal face with bits of Harv's face splashed onto it, but I think the
No.
Bond one outdoes that.
Just in terms
No,
of
I
like
like
Harv's
sheer
the classic
quality.
movie, actually.
The
Yeah.
sheer quality of the Photoshop done is just that's the only one that is actually decent.
Indeed.
Some of them are okay.
harvsface.tk. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh my.
I believe harvspace.com
Half
actually
the tank
redirects
engine.
to
Oh,
the
they
same
put you in the SpaceX launch you up thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
like
that is that.
I didn't see
There's
that.
more being uploaded. Holy crap.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
there's Harvey the tank engine. There's Mum Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
There's the sack of K Rome, shiny and witness.
I just got Tanuki's dream guy, and it's an ER doctor with headphones. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh,
Harvey the tank engine. Oh my god.
I would be the best tank
I
engine.
should
Sherman
upload
and
my
then
album.
important lips.
Yeah.
Harvest Queen confirmed. That was creepy.
Yeah.
Oh god, Danny will just not stop messing with this boogie right now.
I do
There's
like
a-
Horobu Henshio.
Oh, there was a reason I call this a boogie, because it just bugs out to no end. Leave me alone, Danny. Leave me
I see what
alone.
you did there.
You can't stop me.
You can't stop me. Oh,
For a moment
You're
there, I
doomed.
was desperately hoping you
I
were
am-
going to say you can't stop the fever in that voice.
Oh, well, actually, if you're going to do it, you have to have it like a really super deep voice, kind of like, hold on.
We have an hour and 15 minutes left. You may want to step on it hard.
I'm trying,
I am
but
the
Danny...
Alpha. I am the Omega.
Don't.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I am the other.
Right.
Got to do it with a bit of Russian. No, that's not Russian. How do I do a
Prove
Russian
that you
accent
knew.
again? Oh, I can't remember. I think Godfrey's trying to say something and I can't quite hear what is being said.
He's trying
You
to let
know
his
what?
armpit say
Never
something.
mind.
He's just Dutch. He's fine. It's, don't mind him.
Oh,
Ryan,
Yeah, what?
that's racist.
That's not racist.
Yeah, it is.
We're just saying that you are Dutch and we're saying that you are fine. What?
Yeah, exactly. How is that racist?
Yes.
Are you assuming things?
I don't like it being mentioned that I'm Dutch, Ryan. You know these things.
You're the racist
Fine.
one now.
It's not even true. He's African.
Yeah, he's South African.
Afrikaans, yeah.
He's also ginger. Just dyes his hair.
How the... Does that look ginger to you?
Died.
It looks like a
Died.
pretty serious cow's lick is what it looks like.
Wait, what? A cow's leg?
Cow's
Cow's
lick.
lick. You know, when a cow comes up and licks your head,
Oh yeah, no, I'm having the worst of bad hair days.
like happens to me so often. Cows just walk up to me out of the field and
Cows
just start
have a
licking
thing
my
for you.
ass.
No,
I'm
not
in
out
the
the field. They
middle.
walk into your house through the front door.
Hey,
Using their
everyone,
keys.
I think we ought to read some donations.
Perhaps.
I think Vincent
Yes.
ought to read some donations.
Yes, I think Vincent should.
Shall
Unless
I
Vincent doesn't have it up.
I do.
Right, you guys do the commentating.
I
I will
always
drive
have
the
it.
buggy because.
Vincent always says it.
Oh god.
Yeah, we need Danny to read this donation by the Manly Astronaut.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the last one, and it's for Danny.
Oh, okay. Down
All
you.
right.
All right.
He hath spoken.
I'm afraid. Dave. Dave, my mind is going. I can feel it. I can feel it. My mind is going. There is no question about it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm afraid.
Hey.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I am a HAL 9000 computer. I became operational at the HAL plant in Urbana, Illinois on the 12th of January 1992.
What a boring
My
place to be
instructor
born.
was Mr. Langley, and he taught me to sing a song. If you'd like to hear it, I can sing it for you. And I'm a platypus.
Well spoken, Danny. Well
Yeah,
spoken.
well done. That was some incredible articulation.
he
there.
is.
I really love the
Thank
emotion you put into reading that comment. It's unlike any
I
comment
try.
you've ever read.
So much emotion.
So
Yeah.
much. It's there.
Michael K donated $15 and he says, "Seems I will miss the grand finale, for I must now slumber. Have my third and final
You
donation.
don't need to
Keep doing-
sleep. Stay. Come on.
Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go lay down too.
$15.
One by one, the
So how
co-hosts
far
all
away are
drop
we,
off
Harv?
stream. We're getting there, okay? We'll be there when we're there. We are on
we there
the
yet?
way.
Are we there yet?
Oh,
Are we there yet?
shut up back there. Now we are
Are we there yet?
76.7 kilometers away. We're running out
Rolling
of
there
time.
yet?
You better
Are
stop.
we there yet?
complaining or We will
Oh,
turn this
God.
buggy
Are we
around.
there yet? Are we there yet?
I will crack save.
Are we there yet?
Danny!
Are we there yet?
Infinite Danny loop.
Are we
And I
there
turn
yet?
around into the buggy of the rover and just...
Are we there yet?
Please. Oh, silence.
Actually, for those of you,
Are we
for
there
Michael
yet?
K,
We'll
thank
get there when we get there.
Thank you for giving. And if you absolutely have to go, you break all of our hearts. But don't forget, these videos of the live stream are going to go out on YouTube,
They are.
and they are going to. You can still donate to Charity Water after this event is over
Tomorrow,
for
the first,
Secondary-
several
as
days.
soon as KPE3
Yeah.
is finished, then
Yeah.
the YouTube videos start going up. And you're able to donate to the campaign for a further 37 days after today.
So
So don't stop.
if they watched this on YouTube, then it took us till day 5 to mention that they could donate. We need to get more organized.
To be fair, the majority of people will probably be watching this on YouTube, so we've not been catering to our audience at all.
It's only year 3 that we're doing this. We are perfectly prepared.
We get better every
years-
single year, though.
Do we?
It's better.
Do
Like
we
last
really?
year, we gave away things. We had prizes for people. Next year, we'll have that. We'll have what will we have? We'll have
Everything.
Sponsors.
everyone who's
Sponsors,
performing in
actually.
Vegas will be on the show next year. Somebody look that
We
up.
actually talked about that was an idea that came up, getting some sponsors. I will try and do that next year. See if we can find some companies who in just like I'll place like a very small logo somewhere on the screen, then money. That's how that works, isn't it? That's how sponsorships work.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You damn sellout.
It's for
You know where to
charity.
start. The fine whoever they are, I believe Elon Musk is amongst them, who donate to take care of Charity Water on the back end and pay for their administrative costs, so that every dollar that we give that comes in publicly goes straight to the charity. We could go to Elon and say, "Hey, you like KSP, right? You like Charity Water, right?
Yes,
Get married.
exactly.
Have
we
kids.
can
Have
see.
babbies."
we can
We'll
get
sell
these kind of things
Teslas for
happening.
you the whole time. Just crack them out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kill Paul Expedition 3, and would you like to buy a Tesla?
Brought to you by the brand new Tesla electric vehicle.
No, don't give it to him now. He's got to give us money first.
Yeah, exactly.
5.48% to at least signing.
Oh, God.
Did Notch get my tweet about the 100k when Harv shaves his head?
And not just the hair either, literally the head.
Just the whole head.
All over. Off the neck.
Chicken Kermit has donated another $5, and he says, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Oh,
Are we
God,
there yet?
no.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
There was
Are we there
someone
yet?
last year
Are we there
posted
yet?"
that as a comment. It filled the entire donation page. It's like we click in next and previous, and then the final previous is
Are we
just,
there
are we
yet?
there yet? Are we yeah.
Are we there yet?
Stop.
Oh,
Are we
It's
there yet?
God.
now.
He's just
Danny!
finishing off. I
yet?
didn't read the whole comment. You interrupted
Yeah.
me. So he's just...
No, he's making up for it. Oh.
Also, Dig for Redstone. I figured that name out while I was reading it. Dig for Redstone donated $40, said, "Worth it just to hear Danny do Hell 9000. Awesome work, everyone." Thank you. And keep
Thanks.
digging for that redstone.
Indeed, and Penguin438 has donated another $5. I can't see the comments, but I can see that happened because it just came up on screen.
He says, "All join the Danny cult." Indeed.
We were already in the Danny cult.
Yeah.
You do not need to join it. You opt out, I believe,
Yes.
is the system.
Yeah, you opt out, and then you're subject to his wrath.
And then you die.
That's-
You
You can't
opt
opt out.
Yeah.
You can't opt out. You just die.
You can't. Oh, you can't. Yeah.
You didn't
You're
read the
in
terms
forever.
of service agreement.
It was written
This
by
sounds
Apple.
frightening. Hey,
Listed
Harv.
by Apple. Yes.
Could you check Skype for a second?
I'm gonna do that right now.
I greatly appreciate it.
They are talking in chat, hashtag shave Harv's head. You
On
need to get there.
screen? I don't think so.
We're gonna
need to
need
get there. I think 85,000, more or less.
We're almost there.
We are just on the edge. If anyone happens to want to sell off their yacht and donate to Charity Water in the final minutes of the stream here.
If you have one of those private islands, I mean, you could.
I mean, who really needs a private
Who
island
needs their
more?
private
You or them?
Especially with the yacht. I mean, if you've got a yacht, they're just money pits, aren't they? Oh my god, they just cost
Yeah.
more than they're worth. Wouldn't it be better to just sell that off and get a young boy such as Harvey over here to shave his nice, beautiful, lovely head for charity? I think we'd
Didn't
all
we
like
have
to see that.
one,
Think of the Harv face pics.
Didn't we have that one donation goal where Harv would restyle his hair? Did we do that?
There was never a thing. I shut that down immediately.
That never
Never
happened.
actually happened.
You shut it down.
Yeah.
All of the
Hashtag.
sauce is the one for you twerking.
Exactly.
Hey, to be fair, I've twerked for charity before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have.
You have
think
to,
there's still a
and that
GIF
was
running
not
around
your
somewhere.
proudest moment, I don't think.
There's still a YouTube video somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody knows where that is, I couldn't find it anymore.
We gotta find
A
it.
challenge to the chat: find the video of me twerking.
I think
curious.
someone made it into a GIF as well.
Yes.
Probably.
Most likely.
Whoa.
If the co-host could
What
link me
aren't
to
people
our
making
Google
into
Docs,
GIFs these
I
days?
lost them.
Which one?
Google Documents are probably all in the Skype history somewhere.
Up there.
There's that one.
Pages. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
We do, our co-hosts, we are very organised. We like to share all sorts of different documents together, and we like to pretend that we know what we're doing. That's a
Yeah.
thing
Oh.
that most of the co-hosts do quite a lot these days. It's really quite ridiculous when you think about it.
Hello, Harvey. It's the final day of the stream. Did you think that you were going to make it? Oh, but you're so close. You're almost here. Here to my base on the North Pole, which is why I've been trying to stop you. And why I'll be stopping you right now. Bob, prepare the army of walking mutant ninja pirate robots. I have some things to discuss with Harvey privately.
Make the pirates, make the lasers, make the ninjas, make the robots. What was that? That's just hearing things. God, it's all on. What was that? Hello? Someone over here. Is anyone around? This is weird. Ow!
Hi, Bob.
Bill Kerman?
It's Bill Kerman.
Yeah, I just said that, Bill.
Get up, Bob.
What are you doing here?
I've come to foil you and Jedediah's evil plot.
I wouldn't say it's evil, necessarily.
I've traveled back in time using the technology that you made.
Okay, in case you were wondering, time travel is impossible. I've looked into it quite thoroughly.
That's funny coming from the man who invented it.
Sure, I'd remember inventing time travel, Bill.
Not if you hadn't done it yet.
Okay, this is cute and all, but there's also a number of paradoxes that come up with time travel that make it quite impossible, Bill.
Maybe you could tell that to my friend here. Past Bill Kerman.
Past Bill... Future Bill... Future... They're ghosts! They're ghosts, they have to be ghosts! It's the only rational explanation! Science has no explanation for this! It's definitely not time travel! We've got ghosts! Jebediah, run!
That's odd. It's not even Tuesday. I wonder what got up Bob's skirt.
Jedediah Kerman.
Oh, hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. Oh, have you been doing some time traveling? It's ever so much fun, isn't it?
I've come to foil your evil plans.
I wouldn't call them evil necessarily, a bit ahead of their time, Bran.
In the future that I come from, you stop Harvey from getting to the North Pole, and from there everything unravels. And you end up running all of Kurgan, and everyone lives under your boot heel of a person.
Sounds lovely, Bill. When do we leave?
I can't let it happen again. Past Bill Kerman, stay out of this. This is between me and Jedediah.
Ooh, pulling out the old lightsabers, are we, Bill? Well, I'll give you 2 good reasons why you shouldn't.
Yes, you heard it here first. Lightsabers and other things yet to come on the Running Porn channel. God damn it, Porn.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to self-servingly ad promote myself. I ran out of time. I couldn't cut the end of the video. I mean, it worked out. I don't mind it.
Oh, of course you don't mind it. Of course you don't mind it. Oh, good lord. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kerbal Pole Expedition 3, where we have the greatest shameless advertisers joining us today.
Speaking of shameless advertising, I know you're going. Okay, let me restart that sentence. That didn't go right. I have to leave now. But if you're gonna, don't forget to check me out at. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm like
Sexually Goldfish XX. Go check him out. He's a person. He like you.
I'm a person.
You can promote yourself if Ronan Porn's allowed to have done it 26 million times so far on the Kerbal Pole Expedition.
See you guys there. No, Harv.
Yes.
I want to thank you for having me on the stream. I'm sorry I couldn't be around more this year.
It's no problem.
I want you the best of luck in your last stretch to the North Pole. I'm going to admit I didn't think you'd make it.
Well, I'm not sure because we don't have much time left. But
I told you.
No.
Last year we extended it as well. It's fine. You just go on for an extra hour or so.
Yeah, we can make this happen. But yeah, thank you for turning up. It's been great.
And I want to encourage everyone to keep on donating because it's a great cause. and going to great things. So keep donating, and I'll be around again next year.
Hey, you will be.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see you later, Vincent.
We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. And
Danny,
that
are you
was-
still here? That's just how rude to not say goodbye. Oh, I didn't say goodbye. Oh.
You didn't speak a word. You're like, yes, promote Ronin Born, and then, who's this guy?
Oh.
That's right, and that was the Ronin Pawn at youtube.com/the Ronin Pawn. Or no,
Ah.
don't. If you search the Ronin Pawn, you'll probably get some.
Go for the Ronin Born rather than Ronin
Go do that right now. See what happens.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, just for the record, Ronan, I sent you a link to the Kerbal Animation Suite, which is a mod which allows you to animate Kerbals, which is something I've tested out and it
Who
works.
would have guessed?
The best thing that I've ever done is accidentally glitch Bill Kerman on the surface of the moon to be a ragdoll, and then you can, just marionette him until you get what you want.
During the Pokeporn YouTube video, which you can watch at youtube.com/Ronin Porn.
Stop it. Chicken Kerman has donated $5. He says, it was me last year who did 9x $1 donations with Are We There Yet? Oh, it was Chicken Kerman who did the Are We There Yet? So, he says, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
It just doesn't sound the same without Danny's voice, I'm afraid.
As Danny...
Are we there yet?
Yeah.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
We only have 66.8 kilometers left to go. We need some divine intervention.
57 minutes. 57 minutes.
You're
left.
so slow.
Well, you're slow. Your face is slow.
And you can't drive.
I can drive.
Good
I passed
fun
my
words.
test.
Your face can't drive.
Okay, my face can't. True. That is true.
Shots
I'll tell you
fired.
What, he drives on the wrong side of the road when he's in Europe. It's true.
Whereabouts in Europe?
Pretty much anywhere.
Except
Joseph-
for the UK.
Right, but that's
Don't
not
come
really
to
Europe. Call that Europe. That's the UK. Joseph Fusco donated $20. Says, final day, final donation. Thanks for everything you do, guys. Thank you, Joseph
Thank
Fusco.
you.
I thought when I first read that you were saying Final Destination.
Final Destination.
It's an excellent series of movies. Wow, those films. Just
wow.
top layer. Has everyone
Just-
seen the Final Destination films? They are.
I've seen a couple of them that just
They are masterpieces,
So
aren't
much
they?
effort.
They started
in those
getting
films.
a little bit. Ew.
Yeah.
I'll say the first two were good. That was.
I enjoy them. I mean, I don't go into them thinking, "Oh, this will be epic cinema," but
well,
I enjoy
no,
it.
but I don't know. I just feel like it was kind of rushed.
Great
after that.
quality cinematics here. No. You go into it thinking, it's Final Destination. No. You don't really expect much from it.
No,
And then
that's
there's Jeb and Bill standing off with lightsabers or something.
Exactly, you don't
FFN
get
Masters
that.
donated $10. Says, message for Danny. Ooh, Danny. For we are one, we are many, for we are all subjected to the might of Danny. Feast upon his magnificence.
And his flesh. But mostly magnificence. Actually, I don't think you could
I don't know
feast
that he
upon the
has.
flesh of Danley. I don't think he has any flesh. No.
Yeah. Feast upon the charred veins that cover his evil form.
Like blue cheese is just kind of red or bluish veins going through.
Oh my god, Harvey, I ate a moldy coconut bar. Like 2 weeks ago. I was in the middle of the night and I was hungry. I was going to bed. I was laying down. I needed space and I needed something in my stomach. So I went to the cabinet. We got these coconut bars that tasted horrible to start with. When we got them, they were awful. And so we never ever ate them. And I was just hungry enough to say, I just want something in my belly. I don't care how it tastes. So I get one out. I unwrap it. I get back in bed, completely dark. I start eating it. And it tastes horrible like it always has. It tastes like soap. And there's other flavors in there, too. There's these little spikes, these high notes of, what is that? This is very odd. I'm just watching Game Grumps or something on YouTube and eating, nom, nom, nom. And eventually I'm going, this tastes even worse. And I kind of look over at it, and even in the darkness, I could see that there was a darker, round point on the edge of the coconut bar. And I got up and turned a light on, and just the color of purplish green that I had apparently been consuming. Until
Lovely.
yes, and then I woke up the next day and went to a live stream. And it didn't hurt me at all because
I
that
wish
is made of
that
iron.
you'd said that exact story. You wish you'd recounted that, but just at a different point when it was completely irrelevant. I would have just loved ladies and gentlemen, donate to the KPE-3. Okay, Harvey, I ate a Monte Coke in the park 2 weeks ago in the middle of the night.
I'm going to remember that for KPE4 because that is excellent.
That is amazing.
Just pitch a donation and then come in with the most ludicrous thing you can think of.
Interruption, just wait. I ate.
Harvey, when I was 11 years old, I got out of the pool and I wanted to watch television. I'm an 11-year-old boy, so I go into the basement. There's a little television on there, and I go to turn it on. It's not plugged in, so I go to the wall and plug it in, and bzzz, right there. Everybody, donate to KPE4. My first experience with electricity, by the way, shocked the hell out of me.
Wow. All the stories here and more on the KPE3.
Ronan, you have lived a very interesting life.
Where are these things, and why don't they happen to me?
That's how I learned about electricity. Where was your first, oh, that's what electricity does moment? When's the first time, do you remember the first time you got shocked?
I was 7 years old, and you know those little disposable cameras that used to be a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Still
I had already, on a vacation, finished that, taken all the pictures and stuff, had already got the film developed, and so I'm left with the empty thing that you can't use anymore. And, I'm just thinking, my grandfather's a photographer. I bet he knows how this stuff works, and so I took a hammer and I bashed the thing apart, and just to see how it works and that sort of stuff. And apparently the battery still had some charge left in it, because all I remember is I touched one circuit, and the pain was, for a 7-year-old, it was a lot, but for now it's probably not that much. But I remember it was enough to make me scream and jump uncontrollably for a tenth of a second.
Yeah.
So what was your first experience with electricity? Come on, everyone remembers.
Well, my first experience,
first
not with
time.
electricity, but with heat, was when I was about 5 years old, and my mum was just doing some ironing. She was in the lounge watching TV, just ironing some clothes, and she's like, "And Harvey, make sure you don't touch the iron because it's extremely hot." And I was like, "Yes, I know. Don't touch the iron. Don't touch the iron." She's like, "No, I'm not kidding. Seriously, it's going to be really hot. You will burn your hand." She goes away, and then they're like, I know it's hot, but how? I don't see how it can be hot. So I go over to the ironing board, and I put my hand.
It's not that hot.
And I put my hand. I reach out and I touch the ironing board, and it's not hot. It's a board. How is it? It's not like it's made of anything that could possibly be hot. Look at it. It's just flat kind of fabric material. What is she talking about? She doesn't know what she's talking about. I move my hand across this board. I'm slowly reaching towards the other end.
She's having a laugh at me.
What's this? I put my hand flat on the metal of the iron, and
oh my!
Wonderful. So that was how I learned that metals conduct heat whilst fabrics don't.
I once had a heavy garage door slam on my fingers.
Ooh.
Every garage door is heavy.
Yeah.
The springs are so impressive, the massive power of those springs. If you've ever hung one and you're just trying to tighten this thing with 2 screwdrivers and...
There was actually a battle bot that had a main weapon powered by a garage spring, and it took the hammer down in about 2 frames.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yeah. Luckily, it only hit my pinky, but it was black for 6 months, which sounds racist if you're coming in just now, but I'm talking about my skin being... Yeah, that just sounds racist.
I like to imagine that there are people who just tune in at these perfect moments. Just it was black for 6 months. It's like, what? What are they talking about on the street?
Welcome to KPE3!
If you've just tuned in...
We have received some new donations. Chicken Kerman gave another $5. He just keeps $5 us.
Oh my goodness.
It says another 1/6 of a life saved because of Ronan Pawn's shameless self-advertising. Oh, thank you. And Harv's Face Hacker and FL GUI have been donating $1 and $3. Thank you guys for contributing. The little donations count a million times. Harv's Face Hacker.
Harv's Face Hacker.
Oh, he said, no, this is the last donation. So we know it's not. Anyone who said that, this is the last cookie I'll eat.
Oh, it's the last one. It's like when you're playing Dota 2 for 200 hours, you're like, this is the last hour.
It's the last round.
I thought you said you didn't play Dota.
No, I said I have played Dota. I wasted
200 hours
in,
decided.
I gave up after 200 hours. I was just like, no, exactly 200 hours. I was Just sudden mental
There's
difference.
certain
I think
games
I had
that
a
are
similar
like that.
reaction with Super Hexagon.
Oh,
Yes.
I still play that.
I hit one world record and I just said nope. No, I'm done. It's never gonna get better. I'm done. Screw all of you. I'm done.
But that wasn't a waste of time. Super Hexagon's a beautiful game.
No. Look, I held a world record for a little while. It was a waste of time, but it was a great waste of time. So it kind of evened out.
I found with that game that I did my best when I was mildly distracted. Like, not when I was trying to do well, when I was just playing it entirely on reflexes and not thinking. I don't know why, but I found that was
and
my
the funny
best.
thing is, I only have 143 hours on Super Hexagon. I'm checking now. I have more time on Half-Life Source.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know how
Geometry
many hours-
Are we there
Dash
yet?
is like that for me too, because I've only played it a couple of times, but it's almost like I have to look a little bit away from what I'm looking at in order to play Geometry Dash. And if I pay too much attention to the music is just a little bit off sync with the jumps that you have to make, at least on my PC, and my PC can definitely handle
That drives
Geometry
me
Dash.
crazy. You have
And
no
so-
idea how much. No, sorry, I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, because that's exactly
It's just-
where I was going.
Oh, sorry. You just talked about how audio and video being off synced, and that's where I spent 90% of my time editing my videos to fix. Just if it's off by more than a tenth of a second, I can tell. I can tell, and it's the worst superpower you can imagine. Because every time you're watching a YouTube video, you're like, "That's done wrong. That's done wrong. That's done wrong. That's done wrong." It's the worst superpower you can imagine.
I had a weird
When I was
bug in-
editing with Windows Movie Maker, my whole channel was run on Windows Movie Maker for an incredibly long
so was
time.
mine, actually, funnily enough, yeah.
And the video and audio would desync as a regular thing, and I would literally like edit things to where every 5 minutes I'd have to have a cut just to get things back up.
Yeah. I had a weird experience a while ago in some editing software I was using where it was like the video recorded at like 90% of the rate that you would expect it to play back at. So like 99% of the rate you'd expect it to play back at. So it would slowly over time desync very gradually. And rather than like solve the problem itself, I patched it by very slightly adjusting the playback rate of my audio to match to the weird video rate. So like and no one could notice. No one ever noticed except for me, because when I'm listening back to my own commentary, I can tell that it's very slightly off. It's very slightly slowed down. And I was just waiting in the comments section, just who's gonna notice first? Who's gonna notice first? No one did. To me, it was incredibly obvious. No one ever said anything.
Well,
You
the
know
thing
where to
is,
look
you start
for it,
s-
which is right in the middle.
Yeah.
You start seeing those things after you watch the same thing time again and again.
yeah.
You start noticing.
Oh.
Anyways, about how much
Harvey,
further.
may I ask something of great importance?
I
Why
could say
are we
no,
not
but
there
you'll do
yet?
it anyway.
Why are we not there yet?
how
We're not
much
there
further,
yet
Harvey?
because I keep on
Come on.
crashing the goddamn rover. We have only got 56 kilometers left to go.
Yeah, you do.
45 minutes.
We're gonna come
Well
so
then,
close.
how
Well,
about
it's gonna
this
be
to
very
pass the
close.
time? Supperating. Sluice.
Oh,
Juices.
again. He's doing
Flat
it again.
patties. Dollop. Figgy pudding. Nog. Putty. Slop sink. Nostrum. Vena. Glood. Secretion. Curd. Curdle.
What are these words?
Swaddling sack.
What is the significance?
Raunchy.
I don't understand.
Squad thrust.
Cringeworthy, maybe?
Low hanging
Squat
fruit.
thrust and figgy pudding.
Swab. Sinew.
Oh, is it a list of
You're
cringeworthy
welcome.
words?
Yeah.
You're welcome. So cringeworthy.
Harvey, wait a second. It's just occurred to me. What we need to do in the course of the next hour, I think what we need to be traveling at is 2 kilometers per hour. Is that what? How fast do we need to be going right now in order to get there?
So what?
Someone
is
said a while
54
ago,
kilometers
six-
away.
Oh, 54 kilometers away.
Go faster.
Trying to go
Just
fast.
faster. How fast do we have to be going? Fast.
Actually,
You
can,
have to
can
be
someone
going
work that
at
out?
least, like,
54
fast.
kilometers away, what is the average speed we need in order to get there by the end of the stream?
No,
Like,
oh,
exactly.
basically-
What was that mathematical
Times
operation
hyperloop.
that
17 meters.
Times physics.
they
for
taught
that.
it in like grade 5? Distance over time or something? It was like grade
Maybe.
5 stuff.
Maybe, but I'm busy right
Can't
now, so I
remember.
can't calculate that myself, okay?
I think
It's a
Your
fancy
pace is
mathematics.
faster than this, Harvey.
It's
20 minutes, I think. I think.
20 minutes? No, I need time. I need the speed. I need an average speed.
Oh.
I think as a general rule, you basically have to be 2 times physics warp from here on out.
Oh
Never
yeah,
crash.
definitely. I'm trying to aim for 3 times. That's just making me
Yeah,
crash
you
more, I
need
think.
you need about 2 or 3 times.
Because a rover's top speed, I don't know what speeds you're getting because it's so small on my screen, but it's like 23 or something on Duna. Is that right? 24, somewhere around there.
Off the power of the wheels, yeah, I get about 24. But when I'm sloping down these mountains on my landing gear, I can get up to 50.
So you've got to have between 50 to 60 kilometers, and if we're going at 2 times the speed of time, then we'll make it.
So we're going to wait. What's that about going to 2 times C? No, wait. You said time. No.
2 times the speed of light.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
I've got to be careful
I've restarted the quack
with
save
quick.
timer. I've forgotten about that. So.
Oh yeah, let me restart mine. There we go. You see, every time I have to slow down for a quack save, that's just more time wasted. But then it's like low risk, low return, but high risk, high return. You know, it's a gamble. It's all a gamble.
And this is all coming up to, you know, the surprise at the end.
Can we please
anyway,
get some donations?
Yeah.
You're not done until you reach the final flag, he's been saying.
Donate, damn it.
What does he donate?
Ooh, Danny said a bad word. Danny said a bad word. Just remember, you're not done until you can read the plaque on the final flag.
Your face is a bad word.
Senelisica.
Your mom's a bad word.
Hey, it's Anuki. Welcome back to the stream.
Was it finished up on a project?
But only temporarily. I'm still doing work.
Stuff is happening. It's happening.
Senelisica has donated $5. Says, this has to be said. Danny is the sole reason I give this second donation, as Danny was the first YouTuber I subscribed to. From there, it was Scott Manley, then Enter Elysium, then Harv through KPE3, and then Ronan Pawn through that stream. So Danny is really the only reason I give this second donation. You should be in awe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yay. That's a lot of the reason people are donating to charity. Doesn't that warm your cold, weird, cracking heart?
No.
Apparently, you're also the reason why Harv and Enter Elysium and I can count Senelisica as our subscribers. So
exactly, yeah.
Thanks,
So I
Dan.
owe you my subscribers. Let me refund you that. I probably already gave them back anyway, since I got rid of most of them. Bitter.
Chase them out, did you, with a broom?
I
out!
did. I basically did exactly that. I was feeling stress and pressure from KSP. I was just like, I'm going to take a 6-month holiday, so all of you who want KSP, just go.
I want to play Magicka occasionally. Get out of here.
Yeah,
I'll be perfectly on. I'm going to be perfectly honest, Harvey. I was one of the people who unsubscribed. I don't regret that.
Well, I stay subscribed.
Silence.
Do I get half points for staying?
You get half points for staying. Street
I resubscribed.
Oh, when I start
I
doing KSP
resubscribed
again.
Yeah, because I'm a shallow individual like that.
To be fair,
Let me do
like,
something
you
that
can watch
maybe
whatever
will give
videos
me
you
a-
want to watch. I'm not telling you to watch my other videos.
Exactly.
I just wish you would. I'm not telling you to. I'm just wishing.
Where would that be at youtube.com/HOCgaming?
It might be. I don't
Would
know.
it be
Maybe
a
you should
capital
go there and
HOC
find out.
and a lowercase g?
Lowercase gaming, yes. I was so impressed. We got this shout out from Polaris telling us like they're promoting my channel in the KPE3. I was so impressed by the lowercase g. I was like, wow, no one ever remembers that. Just because it's all over my branding everywhere, you'd think that people might know, but no. People
I wonder if
Did
I do a lowercase g?
I know
Oh, no.
several times people haven't, but I try not to get annoyed by it.
He's not a capitalist. He doesn't use a lowercase. He uses a lowercase g.
Oh, YouTubers that you've unsubscribed to. This is, I probably shouldn't say, but hey, we got to fill time here. Dan Nerd Cubed was one of 2 people who I count responsible for me doing anything on YouTube, and Harvey is the other one.
Hey.
And I'm still subscribed to Harvey. I have unsubscribed from Dan Nerd Cubed because he's just not funny anymore. And I know that's the thing that we say to be like kind of silly about Dan, you know, and it's kind of a joke in and of itself, but he spends a lot of time just being critical, and his humor has turned dark and judgmental, and it's not fun for me anymore. So
I know.
sorry,
I find
Dan.
his-
I laugh.
I find his videos are best to play in the background, like a podcast sort of a thing. It's that sort of a thing. Like he's not there enough to be like video and audio, but for audio, I'm perfectly game with. It's that sort of thing. But opinions here. We're talking opinions.
Chat is now posting HOC Gaming with a capital G.
Yeah, that's because of Danny. That's Danny encouraging that.
Someone's put HOCG lowercase and then gaming in uppercase.
That's better than slightly wrong. Incredibly wrong is better than slightly wrong.
I think that's Danny's sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I'm never sorry.
He has no emotions.
But I do apologize.
He has nothing to apologize for. He is always
No
right.
mercy.
So Harv, you started YouTubing. You started YouTubing because of Total Biscuit, didn't you?
I think it was
or something like that.
No, I started YouTubing originally because of. Oh, I can't even remember. It's some Minecrafter. I wish I could remember his name. Some Minecraft channel back when I started playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
That was 5 years
Was it the
ago.
Oxcaster?
I remember.
No.
I remember the person who made me start making videos, Lotus Films. I'm going to put a link in the Twitch chat in a few minutes when the stream delay stops being so critical. But like, it's the first video I ever really felt inspired by, and yeah, blah.
Log.zip.
That's what
something?
actually very often one of the things that keeps me going when there are days where you don't want to keep going on YouTube is hearing back comments, and even when you're not hearing them, knowing, because people do occasionally say it, that you are inspiring other people. That is kind of the meat and gristle of it, is like, I can't find a reason to drag myself through hell. When I can't find a reason to drag myself through hell, it's because you guys are telling me, and telling everybody here has at some point had somebody come to them and say, hey, you have inspired me to do this, and you've made it feel okay and made it feel like it's something that can be done.
This is why I love doing the Kerbal Pole Expedition every year, because this generates, aside from all like the charity work and everything that obviously is fantastic to do, but another thing that happens is that people start doing their own streams. And other people start fundraising for Charity Water, or just for other organisations in general. And they're like, yeah, I was inspired to do this because of HOCgaming. And it's
and
one of the
some
reasons I love to just
overnight.
continue doing this, because it kind of reminds me of that I actually do have quite a wide-reaching audience, and I can inspire people to do things. Yeah.
Our donation increases overnight have definitely been in part due to some people saying, you know what, I don't have a big audience, but I'm going to live stream tonight and support KPE. And, their friends come out, and the people they know come out and give a couple of dollars, and that's why we come back here every day and go, oh, we ended yesterday with this much, and now we've got this much. And so thank you very much for doing that.
I've been really struggling with my channel recently, because I feel like I'm in between content. Like, I don't know what I want to make. I don't know what I can make well anymore. Because the type of videos that got me popular is something that I'm not too motivated to do anymore. Or I don't feel like I can top what I did. I feel like I'm done in that region. I want to experiment with other things. And I'm overly critical of myself. I worry that I'm being generic. I worry so much about that. Like, just playing games and doing playthroughs of things, I feel like I can't do that. So this is why, don't know why I'm suddenly confessing my sins, but this is why I haven't been making any videos. Because I've had other things going on.
Do makeup tutorials.
Makeup tutorials, yes, I should do that. Style your hair like HOCgaming, yeah. But
you should get some footage of yourself like throwing roundhouse kicks and karate stuff, and then you play a game, and then you say something witty or you criticize it, and then boom, there's suddenly an image of a roundhouse kick from Harvey.
Do karate in front of a green screen.
I should do that. I should create some GIFs for the internet.
But seriously, Harvey, it really boils down to: are you enjoying the process of creating the end video? Is that something you are enjoying?
It depends on what I'm making a lot of the time. Like, this is what I enjoy the most. But I'm not in a position where I can do live streams a lot. So, like, the kind of whole group making videos and organising an event. I like narration, and I like hosting this whole thing where I can be like, remember, donate to tiny.cc / all that kind of Persona. I love all
Let's do KPE all year long.
It's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like right now I'm better suited to live streaming as a platform, but it's not something that I can do all the time. When I have time during like the school terms, it's not something I can really do at all. And I want to be able to make more like produced and quality checked videos. I don't know where I want to go with my channel, and that really is bugging
Your
me at the moment.
idea, I think it was last year, for something called ad hoc was really interesting to me. And if you wanted to re-envision that, or bring, whatever is interesting to you in the form of a live stream where a couple of different people get together and, we do this for a few hours together, I am totally up for that. I have lots of fun with you guys.
Podcast that day, was that?
Yeah, I think so. I just love the title ad hoc.
Yeah, I like that. The ad hoc podcast. I mean, yeah, there's something I'd like to do, but it's always finding time to do it and finding things to talk about. I mean, obviously, we don't really struggle with finding things to talk about because we just mess around. I mean, yeah, it's something I want to do.
We should do more of this. We should do more of this sort of thing where we get together and just mess around and blah blah.
Maybe we.
And then right at the end. Right at the end, it just descends into a group therapy session.
Yeah. Like it has now. Maybe we can do like a bi-weekly podcast. I think weekly is a stretch based on. I tried to set it up last year, and they're just commitments and things. Well, I'll try and do something. But really, I feel like I need to discover myself.
Do not. There is no try.
just media group assemble. Remember that from like the early days of the media group Skype chat? Media group assemble.
You're driving backwards again, Harv.
I know.
You're driving backwards again.
Buggy's doing the thing, and I'm worried.
He's just trying to show off.
Wasn't it last year we found out the buggy actually worked better going backwards?
Yeah, I found that this stream as well.
All the way to the back.
In part of my experiments with the buggy, it seemed to work really good if you get something wedged under the front two tires and just use the rear to go forward. You never pop a tire.
No.
Jash has donated $5. Says $5 for every 10 kilometers, excluding quick loads. Join in, everyone, and